Hello everybody, Storm here, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. In the last episode, we set up the rail lines to the new development that we had, and also for the freight for the new forestry industry, so they can get their freight in and out of the city by rail. So that worked pretty well. We also rode one of the trains around, and then we went about expanding the new development with some additional, adding some office park and some additional residential zoning and a few other things. And so still moving on, working to try to bring that city population up as fast as we can. And that is what we're going to be continuing to work on today. Now, I do apologize if I get a little rough here because I am dealing with a bit of a nasty cold, which is unfortunate, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to record, for a full-length episode here, but we'll see how it goes. And as you can see here, this is the new train station, passenger station, and look at how busy this thing is. Look at all these people. And we have trains coming in and out of here on a very, very regular basis. And how many people did it service? Passenger service in the last 10 minutes is 32. That's dubious. But so far, that's a pretty healthy transport route. A lot of people are using it. So that is good. Still have some traffic issues over here. We tried to rework this a little bit to see if we can improve flow. It doesn't look too bad right now, but we'll just keep an eye on it. Now, I did run the game forward a little bit because we were getting into night at the end of last episode, and we're now back in daytime. So that is good. Alright, this looks pretty healthy, growing pretty well. We got a mix of both the, production as well as the storage and processing parts of the forestry industry. Because there are two stages. There's the forestry that actually grows the wood, and then there's a part of the forestry industry that turns the wood into planks and other things and then ships that off. So that seems to be pretty good. And the freight is being used heavily, so that is good. We got freight trains coming in and out. Pretty nice. Alright. But what I think we're going to do for today is we're going to move back to one of the somewhat older areas of the city, which is back over to this island. So I was doing some work over here. As you can see, I added in another interchange that is the turbine interchange, and hooked up some roads, trying to take some pressure off of this interchange because it's not as efficient as I would like, and I really don't want to go through the hassle of tearing it out and replacing it. So hopefully, with some connections here and a new interchange, that it'll kind of distribute some of the load a little bit, because then all the people who are over here who are trying to get on the highway had to come all the way through the city and get on this one. Now they can go this way instead and get out that way. So hopefully it'll kind of split this piece of the city. It's kind of like how these guys have access to either one of these two interchanges, and this one's mostly servicing this industrial area. At least that's the hope. Yeah, it looks like we have the trucks heading out that way. Alright, and so far, it seems that it's working. We don't have any of the really nasty tailbacks that we were getting before. Alright, so we have a little bit of residential demand and a lot of industrial, but I don't necessarily want to build any actual, industry. We built a lot of that recently, so I think we're going to go back to making office parks. And I'm going to use this new area over here to make a nice office park. We're probably going to build it along the train tracks here. So I want to kind of keep a clear space for the train. So what we're going to do, I'll take this road that I built here. So I did kind of expand this road. I did some expansions to the road through here, which entailed, kind of demolishing a bunch of buildings, but they're growing back in pretty well. Make sure we're all zoned. Yeah, we're all zoned good. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take this guy here, and I'm going to leave that space. Now, do I want to hook it around? Yeah, we're going to hook it around pretty aggressively here. I don't necessarily want to come into that intersection. Maybe we'll do is we'll come like this. Kind of make that loop there. And then what we'll do is we'll create a little bit of an access road. Like that. And then what I'm thinking... what does the zoning look like? It's not bad, actually, with just that road. But what I might want to do is bring... no, we'll actually use a road. Bring a bit of a road through here. Kind of let that fill in. And what we'll do is preemptively, we'll come in here with a tree brush. Maybe not quite that big. While there's still open space to play with. Just kind of fill in with some trees. Get some nice trees in here. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that works. And then we will zone for office. Now, I don't know if I want to make this an well, we might not make all of it an IT cluster. We might not make all of it office. You know, because the people working here are going to need to go for lunch somewhere, right? Little commercial strip there. Yeah. And if we were going to do an IT cluster, where would we want to do it? Along this strip? Or maybe in here? We won't really get a ton of really big buildings in there. Maybe this whole section. Yeah, let's go with that. So this whole area here becomes IT cluster. And you'd think they'd start growing in. Oh, you know what else isn't over here? There isn't any water. There also probably isn't any way to get any electricity over here either. Well, let's just see where they start growing in. If they start growing in. Okay then. Well, let's start building another residential zone. We'll probably do it on the other side of this road here. And we'll use this intersection as a bit of a guide. Come out of there straight. It's a little bit longer than I like, but it'll be alright. It'll be alright. And let's put in an intersection here. See, and that is... Let's back that up a little bit. Come through like that. Bit of a square-ish area. There we go. Now we got some people growing in. Alright, so they're going to need some electricity, because they obviously do not have any. And so let's bring a line across the train tracks. And I'll probably need to use these guys to extend the electrical coverage ever so slightly. Oh, right. Every time I try to do that, I forget that the anarchy works on the lines, but not the poles, which is just weird. Okay. That'll do. Yeah, that'll work. That'll definitely work. Alright. So back to this little project here. I actually do want this to be a little bit mixed use, so I'm going to have some commercial in here as well. And we're going to bring a smallish road. So we want to bring it in. Yeah, that'll be fine. What I actually want to do is I want to use some of these zonable walking areas. Paved. Gravel. No, I'm going to go with the stone road because it looks really nice. And run a line like that. What happens if I run like this? It's going to get a little weird, isn't it? I want a little curve. There you go. Something like this. I just want to have like a little walking area where people can kind of walk through here. You know what? Why don't I just bring this all the way through? Alright, and then we're going to zone this stuff out as commercial. I want it to be dense commercial, but I don't want these to be like super huge buildings. Right? At least not around the walking area. So these smaller zoned areas is probably fine. Maybe what I should do is do a small district here. Just a small district. With leisure specialization right there. I kind of want to do a similar thing here, but do want to leave a little bit more room. I want to come through like that, and just kind of eyeball it like that. Yep, there you go. With the walking paths. Kind of through here. Even though they don't quite line up exactly, which is unfortunate, but hey, we'll deal with it. Bring that all through. There you go. And I'm trying to think, do I want to do this? Yes, I think I do, actually. You'll see. I'm going to make this the sustainable, or yeah, sustainable buildings. don't know if that's what they're... I can't remember exactly what they were called. But yeah, all these guys... are gonna have the policy on here that you are high-tech housing and educational blimps. No. Recycle plastic. No, I think it's an actual specialization for the encourage biking. No, we didn't put any bike lanes in here, so I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, I could go biking, but I think we'll just keep it like this for now. So yeah, I think it is actual. Yes, self-sufficient buildings. That's what it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and zone all this in. That ought to work. And of course, we're all going to need some services. We're going to need a hospital. Gotta figure out where I want to put it. I guess we could put it there. We're gonna need some sort of death services. Medical laboratory. No. Let's put the crematoriums. Put a couple of them there. We're gonna need some fire prevention. So let's put it right there. We should get a lot of coverage. We're probably just gonna need another station out here somewhere for some additional coverage. We're gonna need a police headquarters. We'll probably put it right about there. With another station. Servicing right about there. Electrical. Because this hasn't grown far enough yet. I have to bring that all across here. And then electrical will just have to come as the people build in. We're probably going to need some sort of educational facilities over here as well. Let's extend these roads a tad. Okay. Let's go with the Institute of Creative Arts instead of the high school. Let's go with the community school instead of the elementary school. There you go. And we'll go with the Modern Technology Institute. I actually don't think we need college. Those guys should be fine. But we are going to need power. We can borrow power from over here. Do I have this connected to power? Yes, I do have that connected to power. Okay. I did do that at some point. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and power you up. And then what I might do is run a line like that. For the time being. Yeah, they should be all good. They're probably going to want some mass transit, which our options. Oh, we're going to need some trash. Though in theory they are covered. In theory, there are trash facilities close enough. Here, specifically. Well, we'll see. If these are complaining about trash pickup, then we'll have to do something about it. Alright, now the rest of these officers are starting to grow in. Alright, before they grow in too much, though, let's... we have this metro line. Don't have my stops in a good spot over here. Let's see. We could bring over one metro stop. Perhaps. Like this. And then create like a small set of bus routes. Like a bus route in here. To handle it. To get everybody around once they leave the metro. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get people on here. I mean, connecting in like this won't be that difficult. Right, and I can just bring another stop out here, but it'd be better if I could kind of smoothly transition it in. I think for now we're just gonna have to just gonna add a stop like that. It's not the most elegant solution, but it should work. And then for buses, we'll want to have a stop Actually, before we do that, let's connect these two roads together so that we can kind of create a loop a little bit. We'll do a bus stop. There. And we'll have it loop around to there. To there. So it should service both sides of this. And then we'll have it come out to here. And then proceed into the office park. There. 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 And then come back around like that. Perfect. And now one of the bus depots should send some buses out here to run that route. Up to 122,000. We getting any of the commercial growing in yet? No. No demand for commercial. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the self-sufficient buildings mean. I mean, do they still produce garbage and sewage? Or do they handle that themselves? I'm not exactly sure. Or do they just produce less of that stuff? Airplane, passenger jet. All right, now what level are these buildings? They could still stand to upgrade a little bit. Well, tell you what I need. Educate more citizens to allow a building to be upgraded. Okay, what about the education levels? I mean, we have tons of education out here. Do I even have a, so those are the elementary schools. These are the high schools, right? Do I have a university out here? I do not have a university out here. Maybe we could try the university? Like an actual university. Like one of these guys. Space already occupied. By what? Oh, by those things. Okay, hold on. Do I need that? I actually kind of do. Well, I probably won't. Actually, no. I don't actually need that at all. Perfect. We can go ahead and pop in a university. And then we can add in There's some stuff in here that we could probably build that doesn't actually need to be built in a park. Like, can I actually build a plaza? Yeah. Come on, you should fit. There you go. Then we go with more traditional parky stuff. Like this kind of plaza. Do I actually have any room to put it in? I do. There you go. Alright, we've got some students. Not as many as I'd like there to be, but we'll give it some time and see how it goes. Alright. See if that helps that grow a little bit. Now over here we have this guy, which functions as a university. And there's still room in there, so... And it should have coverage to pull students from over here. Yes, it does. Anything we can pop down that might look nice over here? They're a little small. Anything that's commercial? No, I should probably look into getting some mods for that. Some ploppable commercial buildings. We already have one of those. Yeah, I might look into that. Perhaps trying to get some ploppable commercial buildings that I can drop in. Because all I really have right now are residential buildings. So, I mean, we're not really having issues with that. We are having issues getting commercial buildings in the city because we're not getting any commercial demand. Hey, we can see the development over there. Nice. Alright, so I think it's probably now just a matter of waiting for stuff to grow in. We do have a little bit more industrial demand. Anywhere we can expand some industry? We can continue to expand over here. I mean, this is already a fairly large industrial area.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Oh, Lord, really? I know I've had random disasters on, but we haven't had anything worse than a forest fire. Oh, crud. Oh, this is about to be bad. All depends on where this thing is going to hit. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
Issue is? Oh, excuse me, I just had to cough my lungs up. Okay, as I was saying, the issue is that we don't have any fire towers over here. We're gonna have to put some down. And get some helicopters out here to put those fires out. And then we're gonna have to fix the road. Oh, and that reminds me. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and end the episode here. Is that really gonna cause any major problems? I don't think it's gonna disconnect any major areas of the city, because most of the highway should still be there. It's basically just disconnected. It isn't even disconnected that. It's just severed this extra line here, which doesn't matter at all. So, no. We can leave that sit for the time being. And unfortunately, those guys there just aren't going to have anything to do until we get that fixed. Alright, but one thing I wanted to do that I hadn't done is the rocket here is ready for launch. So I think with the meteor impact, let's go ahead and launch the rocket. And those guys at the amusement park are going to get a first row seat. There she goes. Actually, what I might do is get the camera way up here. There you go. Oh, we can go even further. Up, it's in its gravity turn. There you go, and that's as high as we can go. Alright. And there's the crawler, heading back to the VAB. And then we'll see what comes of that. Alright, and I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and have to end the episode here a tad earlier than anticipated. And one of the things we'll do is, once this has been dealt with, do we have any helicopters heading over? I don't know. I have no way of knowing. Well, either once the helicopters have put that fire out, or the fire has just burned itself out, we'll go in here and we'll get the road repaired. And get that service back up and running. Okay, so I think with that, we'll go ahead and end the episode, as I was saying. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.